Boom, boom. Okay, everybody, we are live, but I don't see my face yet. So let's get up in the YouTube world and the Roku world and put my Zoom chat on. There's everybody. Okay. So we have Kim Gottlieb Walker on today, lenswoman, famous, incredible human who's navigating the interesting times that we have here today. It's Jeff Eichen with episode 296, and I will reveal my my shirt here. And because I've got green screen on, anything green, yes, has incredible magic to it. So I was telling my girlfriend yesterday, and she's from Venezuela. So you give empathy to her. But she told me, I mean, we were talking about flow. So everybody, consider this. When you're in flow, and my friend Todd, who used to teach at the UNLV to 100 students about flow, he said magic lives near flow. So when you're in flow, and you know what I'm talking about, like the river, or when you're in a conversation and it's going good and no one's interrupting each other and it feels flowy, you know. I went to Todd's house in Las Vegas, and he lived in the barrios, and we had to use the code to get in the gate, and then there was all these cactuses from Las Vegas, and then he had a bird named Gandalf, and Gandalf would say, "Hi, Jeffrey." He taught him to say, "Hi, Jeffrey." So I would come in once a year when I went to Champs, the glass show, the weed glass show. Huge, beautiful, bitchin' marijuana, all that stuff. But Todd passed away, but he was teaching flow and magic, and he had books from the 30s on flow and magic. Okay, these people that were contemplating flow, just like quantum physicists. No one got them until finally they agreed that quantum was something to study. Well, now the United States has allowed us to study marijuana. Dr. Machulam, I was going to have on the show today, which he's in heaven, but I didn't have time to get anything set aside for Dr. Machulam. So we're going to focus today on the prisoners, and we're going to focus on this one lady who Amy Pova and Alice Johnson have helped to become free. So I'll give you more information on that. But let's meet our incredible panel. You know, like on password, you know, they used to have a little piece of paper and you would get a password, you know, so we got a beautiful photographer who has a very, very OG history with the marijuana world and the herb world, and that is Landswoman in Love, no other than Kim Gottlieb Walker. And she worked with my sister and myself back in the day on the set of Cheers, with a big blimp, a big thing, you know, and now they have silent mirrorless cameras. I got to get me one because somebody said the other day, I can hear your clicking. You know? So in a quiet zone. And then we have Russell Langhammer and Langy. And Langy is in Buenos Aires, calling us all the way from Central. Is it South America?
South America. We're in Buenos Aires, Argentina.
And tell us what brings you there. Do you have family there, or are you going to learn tango?
Cannabis and psilocybin mushrooms, and we have friends and family here that we love, and it's summertime. In Texas, it's freezing today. I think they're going to get like 12 inches of snow. Look at that.
Wow, and Teja.
8 degrees. Went outside and smoked me a doobie just a while ago, but I couldn't do the show outside because I have no Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Wi-Fi in South America is hard to get.
Okay.
Beautiful Buenos Aires, guys. We're down here doing some cannabis work with Luchito Cortez from Rosario, from Cultivators Grow, and we're going to go to a Boca match on Sunday. We're living life. You know, I was supposed to die. Remember? I did die. I came back using cannabis and psilocybin mushrooms, and now I'm an advocate. I travel the world telling people just how much cannabis has helped me. And I've made some wonderful friends along the way, guys. Germany, Hungary, all over Europe, Canada. We come to Buenos Aires because of the, it's just, I love it here. It's awesome. It's great. And the cannabis, everybody grows their own down here. They won't let the government get involved with it. But they're progressing nicely. And I'm blessed to be joining you from Buenos Aires today, Jeff. I'm glad to be here.
Thank you so much for being an outwardly outspoken human. I know that we're navigating a movie with Steve and for you about your life because this gentleman, Kim, has survived it all and owes plant medicine to his recovery.
I'm on my fourth pacemaker. I have a broken back and I have a brain injury. And my quality of life has improved tremendously because of whole plant medicine and fungus. It's easy. It's as simple as that.
So if we took you to Congress and we stood up in front of all the repos and all the demos, the both sides, I would have you right there next to me talking and saying just what you just said.
That's why I became an advocate. I went to the state of Texas and I talked to Greg Abbott and all the Republicans and conservatives and told them, hey, I got addicted to opiates and it ruined my life. I lost everything. I lost my job. I lost my family. I lost everything because of that. Following doctor's orders. Okay. And once I got the brain injury, all those pharmaceuticals and brain injuries just don't mix. So I went to the whole plant medicine and look at me. I'm back. I got my muscles back. I got my wife. I got a beautiful family. I have a wonderful life now because of the plant and the fungus. We're not going to forget the fungus.
Among us,
But look, I traveled 14 hours from Dallas, Texas to come to this beautiful land to tell people about how cannabis has helped me. And this is my fourth trip here. All in the name of cannabis, brother.
And I'm a fun guy.
I know you love a fun guy like me. And I'm hoping as a 60-year-old grandfather with a beautiful family and beautiful grandchildren, that people will look at me and say, hey, he's doing it differently. I don't have to take Seroquel or Xanax or Valium or Oxycontin. I can smoke a little Mother Nature and I can take some fungus and just be happy as hell. I mean, look at me. They told me, you're going to die. You need a new heart transplant, the whole 9 yards. It's all well documented, Jeffrey. They wrote a book about it. And now, with whole plant medicine and fungus, look at me. I'm able to work out. We have a pool here upstairs. I'm going to go up and get me some sun, lay out in the pool with my cannabis and my medicine.
Can I ask you a question about the pool? How do they make the pool not go through the floor when they put so much water in when you have a rooftop pool? I could never figure that out. My dad's an architect, or he was, and I couldn't figure out a pool way up there. That's a lot of poundage.
I'm in a Japanese hotel that downtown at the Obelisco. And it's beautiful. I mean, the food, we just got room service, and I mean, it's wonderful to be in Buenos Aires. And as you know, $1 is like, so the dollar goes a long way down here.
Do you hablar español? Do you hablar español?
Por supuesto, amigo. Nosotros aquí divertidos mucho.
And do they have, what's your favorite food that they have there?
Mira, pollo asado is mi favorito. Grilled chicken. But the way they make it down here is maravilloso. Look, I'll show you.
Is that like a mole? Is that like a mole?
This is way for me, brother.
Oh, mira, comida. Bueno. Okay.
It's paradise, brother. Paradise. And I'm getting to live it because instead of using all those pharmaceuticals, I chose to use whole plant medicine and fungus. And look at me. My life is awesome again. Life is so much better than when I was on all those pills.
I want
Look at
you
me.
to
I
I
know
want
people
you to
that
go to Congress with me and help to end this mess. Schedule 3 doesn't mean anything to me except for a little bit of this and a little bit of that. We lost Bobby this week, you know. And
Yeah,
so
but we're rest in peace, brother.
yeah, and so we got to keep the music going. Well, everybody, it's Jeff Eichen here. I'll reset the room here before we get to Kim, and we're still planning on doing a concert. We don't know when. Mike Tyson should be coming on board because we're hooked up with Joe Chronic from Chronic Magazine now, and wait, here we go.
Hey, Jeff,
Wait,
don't
wait.
forget to mention Mary Jane in Berlin.
Yeah, we will. And so Chronic Magazine, I asked Joe when he called me up and he said, Jeffrey, do you want to have a quarterly article and write about the prisoners? I said, well, and I said, do you want to help me with my plant medicine movie? He says, yes. And I said, do you want to help me with the concert? He said, yes. I said, do you want to get Mike Tyson to me? He said he's on the cover of our magazine. So fucking A, we are mainstream, everybody. Marijuana's not going back. And Tommy Chong told me 10 years ago in my movie, Lifers Madness, he said, hey, government, the weed's already in the pipe. You can't take it out. So
It's Mother Nature, brother. Nobody belongs in jail for a plant.
so Russell, say hello to, and I want you to give the introduction for Kim Gottlieb Walker.
Well, I'm going to have to go really quick here because the Wi-Fi gets all crazy.
Just keep going. Say hello to Kim. Say hello to Kim.
Hi, Kim.
Hello,
Nice
nice
to
to
meet
meet you.
you, Kim.
Very nice to meet you.
You too. I look forward to talking to you in the future. Jeffrey's a great guy. I've been with him for many, many years, and he's given me a great platform to send my message. And I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
So Russell, Kim photographed Bob Marley for the cover of High Times magazine.
Awesome. I'm getting ready to do an article on High Times. Holly and me have been working together. When I get back from Buenos Aires, it's going to come out in February. Looking forward to it.
Nice.
I like to lift up all my friends too in the cannabis industry. If I can help anybody, let me know. I can be found on all social media platforms. I'm the only Russell Langhammer around.
So Russell, take it away, Kim, and have her introduce herself. Okay, 1, 2, 3, Russell.
Take it away, Kim. God bless you.
Thank you.
Adios from Buenos Aires, guys.
Okay, and let's talk about Mary Jane for sure. Okay, well, it's just you and me, baby. That was nice.
Yeah, great to be here.
So introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your audiobook.
Yeah, I'm Kim Gottlieb Walker. I had a 50-year career as a photographer, and it included, photographing Bob Marley for the cover of High Times magazine, which was one of the only times he enjoyed posing because he wasn't a poser, but he got a kick out of that. And I had such an interesting career that I wrote a novel called Len's Woman in Love, which is a reimagining of my early career as a romance novel. And it's been getting rave reviews, which is terrific. And it's won over a dozen awards.
I want to give you my Nobel Peace Prize. I'm going to give it to you.
No, I think everybody should be sending their dog show ribbons, their high school trophies. Everything should be sent to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. And maybe if he gets enough trophies, he'll back off and stop destroying the country.
Oh my God. Well, we stay neutral in the marijuana world. I can't say it works. I can only have testimonials. And we just heard Russell say, mycology and plant medicine marijuana helped to his recovery from opiates. And so what was it like being in the world of Bob Marley down there with you and Jeffrey, managing him during the day when marijuana was so illegal, but that was their sacrament? Was it legal for their church? How did they get away with it?
Well, it was illegal in Jamaica too.
Right.
But Bob smoked massive quantities, as did all the members of the band and family, and he was one of the most disciplined people I ever met. The whole mythology that if you smoke grass, you get dumb and lazy is absolutely false, because Bob was creative and productive and very disciplined, and he used that herb energy to focus on getting out the message of justice and love to the world.
I was listening to Bob Marley Day at my house. I do it like once a week, where it's Bob Marley all day, every hour, every second, and Pandora or Spotify, and it was just remarkable. I was listening to his poetry, and I said, "One man, one world, one love. Let's get together and feel all right." I, I was I was saying, is it Stevie Wonder? Is it Bob Marley? Is it Joan Baez? I mean, who had the better words? I think we're all one when we have love in our heart.
Absolutely, his messages, resonate today. We need more of that.
Well, at my concert, we're going to have three songs. What's Going On, Marvin Gaye. We're going to have Redemption Song and Don't Bogart That Joint. And we're going to hand out in the packet to 42,000 people at Oakland Coliseum. And we're going to sing that song. We're going to sing Redemption Song. Oh, pirates, yes, they rob I to the merchant ships, and it's just unbelievable. We're still in nuclear warfare, and we're doing the damage to humans. So the biggest question of the day: what are your dreams?
Oh, my dreams are to have democracy restored in this country, to have equal justice under the law restored in this country, to free all the prisoners who shouldn't be in prison for smoking a benevolent plant, um, to publish my second novel. um, at 78, you feel mortality looming, and there's a lot to still be accomplished. So I'm hanging in there.
Hey, well, yeah, if you don't mind, I'm going to share my screen and sit back and have a glass of your favorite beverage, and we've got a little mini movie that I made today, but it says a lot about what's going on right now. I have little Stevie Wonder. We're going to try to slide in there and not get taken off the air and all that stuff. Everybody, Jeff Eichen here. I've got a PSA here. Does everybody know what a PSA is?
Public service announcement.
Facebook kicked me off of Facebook, and they said because I had marijuana content, and so I still have my personal Facebook, but I can't post any video there anymore. And the next day, I saw Granny smoking a bong, on Facebook, and Cheech and Chong are on there, and there's so much marijuana. So somebody said, "Don't take it personal, Jeffrey. It was the robots that just out of the blue got you," And so our freedom of speech is concerning right now. But this week, I want to share with you what Alice Marie Johnson and Amy Pova, down here on the corner next to the OG stickers here in my room, right there, everybody, on my side. That's Amy Pova, that's Sharon Whitson, and that's Alice Johnson. Alice Johnson was in jail for maybe 10 or 11 years for a drug charge. And I don't believe it was marijuana, but it doesn't matter. Donald Trump pardoned her in his first term, and now she is the pardon czar. And she's best friends with Amy Pova from the Can Do Clemency. So we do have people in higher places, and they just brought somebody home. So let me roll my intro, and you're going to meet the lady, Andrea, who was freed this week. And I believe Amy and Freedom Grow and Last Prisoner Project and 40 Tons have assisted almost 100 people, maybe more, to their freedom. And we've got more to go. So everybody sit back and relax. We've got about an 8-minute intro today, but it covers a lot. So enjoy, roll a big one. And here we go. I'm going to share my screen now with you all. here, and here we go. So let's get my QuickTime. Okay, thank you everybody for joining us today. It's Jeff Eichen with Weeds Day. Okay, here we go.
Cannabis is the greatest plant on this earth, and it should be used properly. And don't believe all that negative propaganda that has been forced upon us over the last 100 years or so.
Hello, everybody, and Happy New Year. Let's make it happy. I know there's a lot going on these days, but you know, it's what we got to do. We got to watch the weed cartoons and get happy about it. I'm going to be opening up my new weed gallery, and before we start, let's welcome Bobby to reunite with the rest of the band and listen to more Grateful Dead, everybody. And don't worry, I'm going around the world having cops give me peace signs, because it's about time that we share that with everybody. And that wouldn't that be a great photo show, Kim? The ones that we can get to. So let's get to them. Have a great show. And parade. Hello, everybody. It's Jeff Eichen with Weeds Day, and today we welcome home Angela Reynolds. Yay! Let's give her a whistle. And we're so blessed and proud that Amy Pova and Alice Johnson, the current pardon czar in the White House, who was also incarcerated for drugs for life, and President Donald gave her clemency. So thank you, team. Let's go. We have over 100 commutees and or prisoners that have been freed through the likes of the Can Do Clemency, Freedom Grow, and Last Prisoner Project, and 40 Tons. So stay tuned, pray tuned, and welcome home, Angela. And Pare.
It's been hard to stay silent with all that's going on. In my mind, I get it. I hear what's being said from all corners of our earth. I get it when you're controlled by what you're thinking. In our heads, we hear, if you fight me, I'll fight you harder. If you curse me, I'll curse you and yours even stronger. That is how our mind thinks, speaking without listening to the spirit. It is a mind that is not connected to the soul. The spirit knows that fighting harder, cursing stronger, hating longer will never end. It just gets easier to use a knife, a gun, a drone, or a bomb. All in the name of blood spilled on the ground to leave more lives buried in the ground, never reaching higher ground. To any of the leaders that feel that this is the only way, I ask you to be brave enough to say in your way, am I the only one that sees this? I stand up with peace. I stand up with love. That's who I am. That is what God made me of. I stand down on war, and I stand down on hate. We cannot let revenge be our unimaginable fate.
Gonna take you high, high, high.
So tell me what you gonna do with me. So
I found that today. Look at the Berkeys.
When you're tuning up to sing and go with whiskey blues and that melody.
So everybody, it's time. It's freaking time. Let's end this and give thanks for all the OGs, Willie at the Super Bowl, and Tom Lehrman at Harvest Cup, and Bobby Maga.
Yeah, so this is what I'm doing with the new campaign. The new campaign, we have established a new fundraiser.
Okay.
and which I'm going to send it to you on a Lifers movie. That's your thing on Instagram, right?
Lifers the movie is Instagram, yes.
And change that. Sign the petition, raise your voice, and Edwin Rubis has spent decades behind bars for a non-violent marijuana conviction. While the world moves forward, he's still locked up for a plant. Together, we can change that. Sign the petition, raise your voice, and prove it.
I'm Edwin Rubis. I'm serving a 40-year sentence for a non-violent cannabis charge.
Join thousands demanding his freedom. Sign the petition, share his story.
No one should be in prison for it.
I'm a breed that every night I hold on to these bars and wonder if they remember the man I was before them. I made mistakes, but the sky don't belong to mistakes. One day, I'm a breed that.
Oh, I'm working for you, man. I love you. And so at the count of three, 1, 2, 3.
Hello, my name is Edwin Rubis, and I wanted to say hello to everybody. I am still in prison. I'm still serving 40 years for a non-violent marijuana crime. I have been in prison for 28 years, and I need your assistance and I need your help.
28
My
years.
Establish a new fundraiser. It's on GoFundMe. My brother is going to provide you the link.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to Edwin. Nobody should be in jail for a plant, for marijuana. We need to end prohibition and bring Edwin home. Help Edwin. Send $100. Send 1,000. We need to get me to fly out there and to help Edwin come home once and for all and end prohibition. He is a monster, beautiful human, and not a monster, but he acts like it with a big freaking heart that could slay the dragon. So let's slay the dragon, which is the man that put him in the first place. This shouldn't have never happened. I love you, Edwin.
Okay, love you too, brother.
Okay.
So I'm going to send you the link.
I love you, man. Let's get me there. I love you.
Right.
I'm going to go film Edwin in prison, if they let me.
Parade. This is Tommy Chong for Lifers Madness.
That's him. That's Tommy. Come back, Tommy.
To end this war on people.
It's not the war on drugs anymore.
Parade.
So it's Weeds Day, everybody. Episode 296. We're on the way to 300. Good afternoon, everybody. Is this thing on? Dab, dab, dab. I think we're going to have a wonderful show today. We're going to welcome home Stash Wagner family. Don't bogart that joint from the Philippines. Thank you. And don't forget to donate to their cause and welcoming them home fund. So that's cool. We have a nice GoFundMe site for them. And everybody else in the universe, let's end prohibition today. It's a pleasure to serve the prisoners who can't get a pizza when they want. The father of the movement. Oh, my Papa and Baja, I miss you. Everybody from the other side, help us. Check this out.
Hello, everyone. I am the real Rick Simpson. And I want to make it clear to everyone that I am still alive and kicking. And if you go on the internet, there's many sites out there that are talking about me passing away many years ago now, which is obviously is a pack of lies. I'm still quite alive and I'm still here. So I hope you all support my efforts. Cannabis is the greatest plant on this earth. And it should be used properly. And don't believe all that negative propaganda that has been forced upon us over the last 100 years or so. It's all based on a pack of lies. Cannabis never harmed anyone. As a matter of fact, it gives mankind a future. In the past, I have put out 2 books, The Phoenix Tears, The Rick Simpson Story, and Rick Simpson Oil, Nature's Answer for Cancer. And at the present time, my wife and I are working on another book to bring everyone up to date about what's happened since 2012. the first book takes you to 2012 and what had gone on to up to that point. So I think the next book people will find it very interesting. I've traveled to several different countries now, doing events, and so the next book will be describing what's going on since 2012. But due to all the scammers out there now, I intend to have more presence in social media. In the near future, I'll be putting out more information. We have to stop these scammers because they're causing a lot of harm and they're discrediting the use of this wonderful medicine. The link to my authentic social media accounts can be found on my website, phoenixtears.ca. So if you want the real information or you want to find the real site, that's where to go to get the information to find it.
Thank you, Rick, for all the medicine that you made. Hooray.
I hate those. Oh, Merry Christmas. Oh, Jeff. You've been so naughty this year that I brought you something I know you'll absolutely hate. It's a whole pack of anti-legalization bumper stickers. Oh, no, I hate those. Oh, Merry Christmas. Oh, Jeff.
Hooray. Okay, everybody. Which segment of that was your favorite? I put in Stevie Wonder today. He's always been my hero. You Are the Sunshine of My Life, Higher Ground. And Stevie is my Desert Island album, Inner Visions. If I wanted to have an album over and over again, it's a toss-up between Legend and Bob Marley and Inner Visions, but I think I'll stick with my Stevie Wonder. And today he came out, or this week he came out with that little video, and just amazing to, I think I'm seeing a little bit more of Joan Baez right now. And this was a Vietnam thing where the Jonies, the Joni Mitchells, the Joni Baez, and everybody were singing, they paved paradise and they put up a parking lot. So if you equate all that stuff that we're listening to on my show and from the side of nonviolence and non-proliferation of nuclear warfare and killing people, we can say equals bringing the prisoners home for marijuana. So thank you, Amy Pova, and thank you for our beautiful Marie Johnson for helping to commute yet another prisoner. We were going to have them on today, but it's too soon. It's only happened a few days ago. So once she gets home and mellowed out, Amy brings them on. And so I'll give her a call next week and see if we can make that happen. In the meantime, Noah Israel, say hello to myself and Kim, and tell us how you're feeling today.
Hold on.
We can hear you.
Oh, okay. Hi. Oh, working on it on all levels. Yeah, and I wanted to connect with you. So, so I'm back on the peninsula and looking to get things moving here. On getting the printer up and getting your project operational.
Noah is the inventor of a 3D printer that prints that sprays concrete and hempcrete on domes and makes homes. He can print one house a day, 40 feet, 30 feet, by almost 20 feet tall, and they're beautiful. They make a bladder, and the railroad track contraption actually sprays the dome with windows and doors, and it's pretty amazing. And I met Noah about 8 or 9 years ago and filmed his first project, and we want to build one on my property. So all you hempcrete people, follow me, come to me, and Noah, and we're going to realize this in Noah's and my lifetime. So we can make thousands of these on the reservation for homeless people and just pop these domes everywhere. Who needs square houses? You know, people say, oh, round houses don't work because you can't put a, you know, a square bed in a round house. Bullshit. So we're going to work on that. Noah and I are navigating my city and going down to figure out what it's going to take to have my second lot prepared and ready and financed for a dome home. So all you people that want to be part of that, I'm going to film the project, and we need probably a good hefty $500,000 or $1 million to make this project happen. Not to build the project, but to get Noah's invention back on the road. It's been dormant for several years. And Noah, how close are we to realizing the next spray?
Within the time frame of getting through the permit process in Port Townsend.
Okay, fantastic. So I know
and a little fund and a bit of funding.
Yeah, so everybody, all you funders out there that are sitting on a lot of cash before Schedule 3 goes down, it's not in the bank, it's under your pillow, throw it our way so you can be part of history, making homes all over the world out of hempcrete. I mean, that's part of the organic solution, because when you grow an acre of hemp, it also cleans the air. It eats up the carbon, or it helps the monoxide, or it does whatever it does. It's a filter, you know, and so it's basically a perfect plant. So Noah, say hello to Kim Gottlieb.
Hello, Kim.
I know it.
I didn't catch it. If you were speaking earlier, I didn't catch it. So.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you. Men's Women in Love.
And Noah, Kim, I think you met Kim before, possibly. She photographed Bob Marley.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, I have a book called Bob Marley and the Golden Age of Reggae, which documents the 2 years that my husband and I worked with him, 1975 and 76.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Cool.
And my novel, Len's Woman in Love, just came out last year. And that's just reimagining my early career as a romance novel.
Uh-huh. Sweet.
It's pretty cool, yeah. And so, you know, I'm dedicated this lifetime to doing projects that are going to make a difference, because it seems that we're losing so much momentum on all that we built. And not just talking about democracy, but global warming.
It's going to take years to repair all the damage that's been done over the last couple of years.
Oh, yeah. Well, one of the things that in light of repairing damage in housing, for island housing, domes are very resistant to all the forces, and so
hurricanes
and floods, and yeah. And
that's what Bucky Minister taught us. That the dome will withstand a hurricane because of its shape. It's perfect. Those triangles, you know, that make up the dome. Noah, you can probably say it better than me.
Well, the monolithic nature of this curved structure doesn't give you the resistance to wind, and so the wind tends to flow around it, as opposed to creating forces that rip off roofs or create a flat surface that behaves like a sail, and so it can easily resist those 200-mile-an-hour winds, and so it's a good solution to replacing it. It'll be a good solution for restoring island housing, and there's a lot of available materials in the Caribbean to accomplish that too. So that's as one of the locations ultimately, but we have a bit to get there.
Yeah, Jamaica needs help in rebuilding.
Yeah, it'd be good to get to a point to be able to support getting printers there and locally supported so that people can create affordable, low-cost, resistant housing at scale.
That'd be terrific.
So on the bucket list.
So I'm going to play your movie, Noah. Let's do that here.
Okay.
Let me get to my Zoom chat here. And it's just a minute and a half, everybody. So this is how it works, actually. I made this video. I did a lot of the photography and some of the graphics. Okay, so we're going to go to... Here we go. Can you see that, everybody?
Yeah.
That's the sprayer, everybody. It goes around a bladder, a big dome bladder, and you'll see that in a second. And it's pretty phenomenal. There's the bladder. You blow it up with air, just like Santa Claus at the mall. And here we go. That's here in Washington on Noah's property. And that's it in action, spraying actually the concrete and a layer of hempcrete for insulation. And here's a finished dome, mini dome on Noah's property here in Washington. Just imagine being able to do this and having hundreds of these printers going at once and having a team, an army out there, and making sustainable architecture is a dream. What the heck, everybody?
That's really amazing. No, once everything is up and running and all the production equipment is available, how much do you imagine each of these homes will cost?
Well, that has a lot to do with what available local resources are, and what the development model is. So like if we're on a site and we do a dozen units or 100 units, the cost is reduced exponentially. So if you do one, you're saving probably 25 to 30% of what it would cost you to build a comparable house in Osiris. But if you're doing repetitive larger scale projects with larger numbers, then your staging costs and material acquisition and the ability to evaluate and use local materials increases pretty much exponentially.
So, for example, the small unit and a large unit, just one off, what is the projected price for those right now?
Well, okay, so locally a 700 square foot footprint, which is a 30-foot dome, it gives you the ability to build 1,000 square foot with a second floor and still have a high ceiling section. Is right about 75,000, on a one-off basis within the state. So so our goal for replacement housing was using the UN standard for affordable housing, which is about half of that at scale.
So the United Nations calls for $35,000 a unit.
For $35,000 for 500 square feet, and we can do better than that.
That's amazing.
And we're integrating hemp. So when I took Noah to NOCO last year, which was an epic trip and everything like that, we did the best we could, but we're shouting out to all the NOCO people to come in to finance our first project together, so we can get this baby rolling, everybody. I mean, Kim, this is Kim's first sight on something so spectacular in her own lifetime. And you're amazed, right, Kim?
I am. It's fabulous.
And hempcrete. I mean, and so the combination, it's going to be sandwiched. Hemp is not structural yet, but hempcrete. So we're going to put, or Noah's going to put a layer in between the structure.
Yeah, that gives you so basically being able to produce hemp insulation on a local basis contributes to lower production costs. Building a local team that to operate it reduces costs. So being able to have a project like of a particular scale in an area, to be able to analyze the local materials over and spread those costs over a substantial number of units, again reduces costs. So there's a lot of dynamics to it all to really create the affordability and the result. But it's lower cost production at every level. So and the production speed is much greater. So
no, about a year ago, I talked to Habitat for Humanity.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
and they were interested but not ready. But I'm just saying is that let's work this year, number one, on getting my permit, and number two, on a new pitch deck, so we can just give a pitch deck. We can make it in Canva, and that would take us a day or two to make one, and then give it to Habitat, give it to people like that.
And also pitch it to Karen Bass, the mayor of Los Angeles. They desperately need housing for people who are on the streets, and this could be a great solution.
Yeah, it could be, and really interesting politics. I was involved in a transition and affordable housing project in our county, and many years ago, and they're still battling the MIMBY issues. Everybody wants affordable housing, but not have low cost housing in their neighborhood. That's the challenge. That's the of the day. I'm hoping that
Well, the examples you showed are really charming.
Thank you.
Well,
and how long does it take to make one? I mean, once all of the infrastructure and everything that you need is in place.
Well, yeah. So once you have a pad, or if you're going to do a cement floor pad, the structure itself is within a day, and then a insulated complete structure within 2 days.
Wow.
So that gives you the footprint and the structure, and then you still have the interior finishes, of course, and windows and doors to install.
And we just heard that they're adding the new hempcrete is now curing in 3 days instead of 3 weeks, and so the printing industry is really excited about the nature. See, when they print regular concrete, it takes 3 weeks to set, but now they've added hempcrete with ash, and I've got that video somewhere. I'll send it to you, Noah, but it's just brand new. It's in this year. And
yeah, we've only been doing that for like 10 years. So
yeah,
and we were able to get structure within an hour and achieve our mid-strength structural self-supporting structure within 6 hours.
Everybody out there, go to icanimagine.com and you can find me there. And Kim, spread the word, and I'll send you the link also, Kim. I'll text it to you for that video, and get excited. I think everybody, today's episode is about freedom, because we just got Alice Johnson and Amy Pova to free another prisoner. Bob Weir is free of this humanly body. And Russell is in Buenos Aires. And can you imagine if we could free architecture, and not be cutting trees down, for homes? I mean, what the heck? It's old school, and it's time. It's not AI that we're drooling over. But I did hear AI is good to invest in, if you need money while you sleep, But
yeah,
but AI is not to be frowned upon if it will cure cancer or Parkinson's and build homes like this. And so let's use everything we have, everybody out there, intelligently and with reverence, with reverence. So we're at the top of the hour. We have a few more minutes here. It's been a great show. And I'm going back to Peru, everybody, to teach a photo workshop and another corporate workshop in Machu. And, I'm excited to begin my new movie. And my new movie is, hang on, I'll show you right here. My new movie is called, hang on, let's get it here, Through My Lens. And Through My Lens is the plant medicine story. And so, for example, this is on my screen here, this is the Moloka. That was amazing. And that was a plant medicine journey that we had there. And so last night, remember I told you earlier in the show that if you have flow, there's magic. Well, last night I was at my friend's house. Doug and Nancy's having dinner, and I'm going to organize myself here and move this out of the way here. Okay, so check this out. Doug went to the free store and got this book. Can you see this book, Kim and Noah?
Vine of the Soul?
Mm-hmm. What does it say?
I can't quite read the fine print, but the Vine of the Soul, I got that part.
It's a medicine man and their plants and the rituals of the Colombian Amazonia. So it's these two guys here, these two guys in this book that I read last night till like 2 in the morning. And I've been reading this book, and it has everything about plant medicine. And so I'm going to be studying, and I'm going to do Play for Change. I'm going to be making a movie with other photographers from all over the globe, okay, that have already filmed and interviewed shamans talking about plant medicine. So Play for Change is a video company that does music, and they go all over the world. And for example, if they do a Stevie Wonder song, Higher Ground, they'll have somebody playing the sitar. They'll have Ringo Starr in the studio in LA playing the same music, but they weave it into a video. So it's called Play for Change. But what I want to do is be the first filmmaker to grab all of the African, the Colombian, the Amazonian. I want to get all of the footage from these and licensed to do a movie that allows me not have to get in an airplane and go there. Now, I was told by somebody else on my show last week, but Jeffrey, that's half the beauty, is going there and getting it live. But also at my age, I don't want to spend too many 20-hour flights going to fetch the footage that has already been gotten by beautiful photographers in their own realm. And so I want to start a new way to make documentaries where we share our footage with each other instead of hoarding it and, oh, you can't have my footage, you know, and make a movie like Play for Change of all the shaman interviews and malokas all over the world. I got some beautiful footage, everybody, from inside an ayahuasca ceremony, inside a cacao ceremony, inside a Wachuma ceremony, San Pedro. I mean, the most people don't get into or licensed to film. And so it's going to be my dedication for the rest of my life to do my next film, you know. Who was the guy that John Huston, you know, he did the African Queen? Didn't he do the movie The African Queen?
Yeah, with Humphrey Bogart.
Yeah, but I mean, those guys in the day, they had to snip, you know, they had to snip their film, and they had to have their 35 millimeter cameras in the jungles. Well, now we're digital, and we don't have to do that. But they also, in their lifetime, made 100 films. I've made one, everybody, and a bunch of shorts, and it took me 3, 4, 5 years to make that one film and learn how to do the software. But now I'm ready to do my next film, which is about plant medicine, which is going to be marijuana, mycelium, and iboga, and ayahuasca, and wachuma, which is San Pedro, all the cactuses, all everything. And since this book came to me in flow, Vine of the Soul, what the heck? It's an ayahuasca book, and it came last night. I mean, come on, everybody. What the heck? What the heck? So since this book came, it validates that I'm on the right flow and the right trail. So everybody stay committed to love, to generosity, and to helping to abolish hate. And
don't be afraid to stand up for justice.
What was your favorite Bob Marley song?
I love Three Little Birds.
Because everything's gonna be all right.
I want to believe that.
Woke up this morning, 3 little birds on my doorstep. Well, everybody, it's been a great show. Noah, any final words?
Oh, I just want to get with you and go over our next steps here after the show. So
okay, fantastic. And Kim, any final words? Tell us about your audiobook.
Yes, my audiobook is going to be coming out in the spring. There's a lovely SAG actress, Holly Adams, who's going to be recording it for me.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, and it's going to be great because I know I have a lot of friends who are my age where reading has become more difficult. So a lot of people like to listen to audiobooks when they're driving in their cars and stuff. So it's going to be great to have it available.
Oh,
So that'll be
fantastic, fantastic. And is that is that a whole industry where there's people that do voiceover, but that people that do audiobooks? Is that a whole industry?
Oh yeah, yeah, it is.
And just like Noah, he's telling us how much it costs to do a dome. What's a value on somebody reading a book professionally?
Generally it's about $300 per finished hour, but it varies a lot. And people can even do their own audiobooks if they want to. The equipment is not that expensive. It's you just if you know how to edit audio. I'm doing it with a professional because she has, all the facilities and all the equipment, and she can do all the different accents and voices. And a friend of mine has offered to pay for it for me as a gift, and I'm so grateful to her for that. I'm really looking forward to it.
Flow and magic.
Congratulations. Where are you out of, Kim?
I'm in Laurel Canyon in Los Angeles.
Oh, all right.
Hey,
congrats.
That's where Frank Zappa was.
Nice meeting you. Oh, that's where everybody was back in the way days.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Did the fires concern or strike you guys?
Well, they were on either side of us, and at one point we did have to evacuate briefly. And so the only thing I grabbed were all of my proof sheets and negatives from back in the 60s and 70s and filled my whole apartment. I figured, mortgages, we can get the bank to replace that, but
Yeah, right.
But no, we came through it. But in Laurel Canyon, the streets are so narrow that there is actually a state law that you can't do new construction on a street that's under 20 feet wide, because there's no way that fire engines can get in and people can evacuate.
Mm-hmm.
So we get a lot of unscrupulous developers who just want to put, McMansions and just overbuild against the law and make it less safe for
I taught school in Topanga, and it was hard having a party because where do you park?
Yeah. And also, one guy just tore down a 100-year-old house without any permits and released asbestos throughout the whole neighborhood.
Oh, geez.
Oh, geez.
So we're constantly fighting things like that. But boy, there's a property across the street from us where we've been fighting that battle, but one of those adorable dome houses that looks like a Hobbit house would be perfect there.
All right.
Put the word out, everybody. We're at the top of the hour, and Noah, we love you. And Noah, how's your progress with your wife and her knee?
Well, she's doing really well, and this last week has been a quantum leap in her mobility, and still dealing with a little bit of pain control because she got off of the meds that they had prescribed. So that's a challenging transition to a good night's sleep, but otherwise. Mobility is good, and it's looking really good.
Well, stock up on indica gummies. That'll help a lot.
That we have the stash. So, I couldn't help but I noticed your name, Kim Gottlieb. I used to have a friend and visited occasionally. Was Lou Gottlieb? Any
No relation.
No relation? Okay.
Well, everybody, we're at the top of the hour. It's Weeds Day. We used to say 3, 2, 1, F schedule 1, but now it's 3, 2, 3, so
right.
So hang on. We'll get a hold that, Kim. We'll get a shot. Okay. Boom. Okay, so I got it. Okay. Thank you, Kim. And thank you, Noah.
You're welcome.
Everybody, just listen to Russell, from Buenos Aires today. The plant assisted him to be better and to go through 6 pacemakers, a broken back, and a brain injury from football. He was a professional football player, and he came on the show today. And so he's an advocate for nobody in jail for what heals him. And so let's, in our lifetime, that's going to be my new T-shirt, everybody. Hang on, I'll show you. I'll show you my. This is my. Hang on, I got it right here. Okay, see that right over my face, everybody? That's our new T-shirt, in my lifetime. So let's do the concert. Let's rock this world, and let's have lots of good loving. And you know, if you're into partying all night, put the Bob Marley on. Get your gummy bears or your favorite apparatus, and take to the herb. 420 is not any reason to be in jail. It's gentle, it's soft, and it's safer than alcohol. I rest my case.
Okay.
So everybody, thank you.
We'll talk
And
soon.
it was a great show. I'll talk to you later. No, I'll call you about half an hour. And love
Okay,
and light,
perfect.
Kim. And let's stay close. Sherry says hi. And we'll keep you abreast on the 2 new great grandkids, and everything's fine. They feel great.
Fantastic.
Okay, peace out, everybody. It's been Jeff
Bye, Kim.
Eichen with episode 296.
Recording stopped.
Okay, so I'm still on a little bit, everybody. I have to go back to my right here, my StreamYard, and let's see if I can show us here. Well, it's not showing us today. Let's see if we can see me here. Well, we don't see me, but I'm there. Let's see here. If I add to stage, remove. Stage. Okay. So everybody, it's Jeff Eichen here, and it looks like we had no sound today, but maybe we did. I don't know. So doesn't matter. I'll repost it if we had no sound, but it's Jeff Eichen here. Love and light to you. And hopefully you did great, and you remember that we're still working on bringing the prisoners home. Okay? Hemp hemp hooray, everybody, and peace in the Middle East. Peace out. Jeff Eichen, episode 296 from Weeds Day.